Hi, in today's video, we are going to talk about the fawn state and how you know that you're in there so that you can actually find closure. Hi, I'm Angela, and I help all women heal from sexual abuse. If you are here, we are diving into the stress responses so that you know how to kind of see where you're at and be able to let go and find closure because you have a regulated nervous system. When you have a regulated nervous system, you have the capacity for safety. And when you feel safe, so many things change in your life. Now, if you missed the other two videos, they'll be available. I'll link them for you so that you can check them out so that you can decide which one you're really in. Now, it's so important to be aware of which state you're in so that you know how to really help yourself and regulate your nervous system. Today, we are actually going to talk about the fawn state or the shutdown state. Now, what's different about this state to the fight and flight response? The fight and flight responses, they are actually in the sympathetic nervous system, whereas the fawn and freeze are actually in the parasympathetic nervous system in the dorsal vagal response. Now, what's happening here is that we are in a complete shutdown state, more or less. So this is actually what it's going to look like for you. Now, I would love to hear in the comments if you are resonating with these symptoms and what you've been doing to shift out of them now that you're aware. So the shutdown state is really collapse immobility. This is where we fawn. What that means is that when we believe that there is a threat, we kind of go along with what the abuser wants so that we are not in harm's way. Now, this will really look like trying to fly under the radar, not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, maybe a lot of people pleasing, not really setting any boundaries, not having any uncomfortable conversations so that you're not the target of any said threats or attacks. Your body might feel lost or difficult to connect to. You might even have a sunken chest, rounded upper spine, and shoulders. And this definitely affects your confidence, right? When you're hunched down like this, you're not really confident, right? When you're confident, your posture is very upright and standing tall, not hunched down. So you can even begin to shift this by changing your posture. This also affects your ability to stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself, set your boundaries, all of those things, as we have already mentioned. It is so important for you to be aware of this because, yes, it is uncomfortable to have these conversations and stand up for yourself and set your boundaries. But if you really are trying so hard to do these things, but you just can't, no matter the practices, no matter the techniques, it actually could be because you're in this fawn stress response. So let's talk about some physical symptoms that you actually might be experiencing if you are in this shutdown state, which again is in the dorsal vagal. You might actually have floppy body or low tone. You might have low energy and vitality, low motivation. You might have chronic diarrhea. In the other videos, we talked about how you might actually be stuffed up because you're not allowing yourself to rest or digest. I don't know why I said stuffed up instead of constipation. Kind of weird. You might also have feelings of depression, helplessness, or hopelessness. Like no matter what you do, like nothing is changing. You feel absolutely powerless or like a victim within your own life. And you might also experience chronic fatigue as well. So this is very important for you to be aware of if you are in the fawn state so you can recognize this. The more that you're able to recognize this, the more that you're actually able to bring in tools and resources that allow you to find closure. Now, if you're really looking to find closure as a sexual abuse survivor, I have a workshop coming up. Head to the notes to check that out. It's so important for you to be aware of whether or not you are in this fawn state so that you can make shifts, so that you can make changes, and so that you can begin to regulate your nervous system and turn yourself on to begin to take the action that you need to. Now, this is what I have for you. In the next video, we are going to talk about freeze. See ya.